Hi, Scouts and Scouters, everyone that's out there across transatlantic land and really even beyond transatlantic. Council, glad to be here with you today. I'm Chris Knutson. I'm the 2017 NYLT Course Director and Scoutmaster here in the Transatlantic Council, and I've got with me a couple of special guests because in this episode, this little short episode, if you want to call it that, we're going to be asking the SPL. So the question would be, how many scouts or scouters out there have either heard, said, or heard somebody else say, go ask your SPL? And so we figured, you know what, we do that quite a few times at NYLT, go ask your SPL. And we figured, why don't we just get the SPL on the screen and we'll ask them some questions and see if we can get some answers out there that might be able to help you out and make your decision about joining us at Gilwell Park in England, the 7th through the 12th of August, 2017. So I've got with me on the screen here, gotta love technology, I've got on the screen with me Nick Eckert. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Hey, Mr. Goodens, what's going on?
Oh, having a great time here. Hey, Nick's going to be the SPL for the TAC 2017 course, and he's coming out of Troop 132 in Brunswick, New Jersey. So he's back on stateside, but will be jumping across the pond to join us over in England and run an awesome course this coming August. So great to have you on. And also with us is the second of the dynamic trio, Ryan Knutson, who is the ASPL Service. Ryan, what's going on? Uh-oh, Ryan's locked up.
How's it going, Dad?
Oh, there we go. He's going again now. Yes, he is my son, and he also happens to be the ASPL of Service, and he's a life scout in Troop 44 in Stuttgart, Germany, which is conveniently enough where I'm coming to you from, and I'm actually sitting in the other room from him. So that's how these things go out. So, all right. So what we're going to do on this short video is we're going to do Q&A. I'm going to ask some questions. Nick and Ryan are going to shoot back with great answers and deepen all of our knowledge on what it means to be at NYLT. And I'm going to start off first. And Nick, I'm going to throw this one at you. So, we keep talking about scouts and scouting, and this is part of BSA and Boy Scouts of America. But if I want to go to NYLT, can varsity scouts or venturers show up at the course as well?
As long as you sign up and you are part of the BSA, yes, you are able to attend NYLT. Okay. The only thing is, from a venturer scout, you have to be at least 20 years old. Well, not at least 20 years old, but if you're any older than 21, you cannot come to the venture, the NYLT, because you are not a youth scout.
Yeah, at that point, you got to come over on the adult staff. So that's a good one, because I've had a few of those questions that have come in. Hey, I'm a venturer. Can I show up? And the answer to that question is absolutely. In fact, yes. We want you there. Yeah, we want you there.
Come do it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of green shirts that are going to be there that are on staff, and we're looking to
myself included, actually.
Exactly. So we want to boost the number on our venturers and make sure that we have a bunch of them there at the class. So. All right, so I'm going to ask this one, Ryan. I'm going to toss this one at you. So I've had questions that have come into me. Said, "Hey, Mr. Knutson, can I knock out merit badges while I'm at NYLT?" And so, Ryan, tell us a little bit about what NYLT course is, and can I get merit badges there? Is this something that's going to be able to count towards that, or what's going on?
Yeah, so NYLT is not a summer camp. Well, I mean, it is a summer camp, but it's not for merit badges. It's strictly for leadership and teamwork and all those activities, but you will not be able to earn any merit badges at NYLT.
Okay. All right. And so both of you guys are graduates of NYLT courses as well as have staffed NYLT courses in the past. Do you think is that a major shortfall of the course that you can't get merit badges out of the way, or do you think it really doesn't matter from a scout's perspective? Nick?
Well, both summer camp and NYLT are both great programs to be a part of. And while it's not a bad thing to do, it can put a hindrance on you from the merit badges perspective. However, the whole NYLT thing, the whole point of it is to deepen your leadership skills, which you're going to need to advance for rank anyway. So, in a nutshell, It really depends on what you've done and what you need to do. If you need that leadership training, this is a course that you're going to have to take in order to pursue a level of communication skills and leadership skills that you're going to need to get Eagle or Life Scout or wherever you're going to head in life.
Okay. All right. That's good good input, and hopefully that's helpful for all of you that are watching this video trying to make a determination of what this course is like. So, Nick, you talked a little about leadership and communication skills. What what are some of the events and activities and just knowledge that someone attending NYLT is going to be able to walk away at the end of that 6 days with?
Well, to be able to do something like this, where I can look at a camera and I can talk to you without messing up or tripping up, that's a big one. Being able to go out with a presentation in front of you and give an oral presentation to someone, maybe 20 years older than they are, at a higher position than they are, that's a good skill.
Mm-hmm.
To actually speak fluently and confidently with a bunch of adults is a great thing too. And lastly, to be confident. I believe that NYLT teaches a scout, or any scouts for that matter, how to be confident in the way they speak and the way they present themselves on stage.
Okay. All right, Nick, that's great. And hey, Ryan, just kind of building on that question a little bit, what do you think, for yourself, what was one of the most important aspects that you took away from your experience as a participant, and then what have you learned, like maybe one thing that's really been big that you've learned as being a staffer the past couple of years?
So being as a participant, I think I just learned how to work more with others on like team-based activities and stuff like that. And then as a staff member, I think the thing I learned most was how to present to a large group of people, be it scouts or anyone else.
Okay, that's great. So everyone listening, you heard from both the SPL and one of our ASPLs that communications and the skills, communication skills and the opportunity to practice that is something that you're going to be able to do when you're at NYLT, and that's huge. It's going to serve you well not only in your scouting career, but it's also going to serve you in high school, middle school. It's going to serve you when you go on to college and into your professional career as well. So someone who has done a lot of communications over their career, I can tell you that being able to learn these skills early on as a scout and practice them is just going to set you up for a lot of success later on in life. And it's communications. It's all about communication. So it's going to be great to be able to do that. So let me ask just a couple more questions here, and we'll kind of close out this video. But ask what is Nick? I'll toss this one at you. I'm sitting here kind of looking at my list of Q&A. We may do another one of these later on in the future. But what was the best skill? And we've heard about communication, so let's look at some of the other skills that you're going to learn at NYLT. What was the best skill other than communications that you've learned at NYLT that you've been able to really apply and use in your scouting career?
Public speaking, without a doubt. The amount of time that I've had to actually speak in front of an audience has greatly increased since I've done this course. And it's not because of this course, it's because of the fact that I got older. So with being able to do that, being able to come up in front of a large group of people and not be completely nervous and shaking in my own boots, it's helped me get through those things and a better grade on my tests.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, Ryan, so we're going to be doing this course this year again at Gilwell Park in England, which is, in my mind, it's like ground zero. It's the center point of world scouting, and it holds a very important position in the scouting heritage for Boy Scouts of America. I know that you had the opportunity to be there for the past couple of years on staff. What's it like being at Gilwell Park?
So being at Gilwell Park, I mean, just the amount of history there, the amount of especially scouting history is just amazing. Also, there's scouts from every nation there, mostly England and Ireland, but it's a world scouting center. It's just you can go in like the scout shop, for example, and see scouting neckerchiefs from troops all over the world. It's a global scouting center.
Okay, that's great. That's really good. So I've got one more question. Actually, I'm going to have two more questions. I'm going to ask Nick one, and then I'll throw another one at Ryan. And Nick, could you maybe just spend a little bit of time here talking about what a scout can expect in general their day to look like when they're at NYLT? So, like, what does a day at NYLT look like for a scout in one of the patrols?
Well, that's a pretty broad statement.
Yeah.
But each individual scout is going to have a different day, regardless of what patrol they're in, because it's experienced by different people. But if I had to sum it up, basically what it would look like is you would wake up, eat some food, and you'd go and you'd listen to one of us give a presentation on one of the skills you're going to have to learn. After we do that, what you're going to do is you're going to have to go off and you're going to have to practice that skill via a game or talking with your troop guide. Once that's done, you're going to have another presentation to go for, and then you're going to have to practice that skill. And that's pretty much how it's going to be like the entire time, except, of course, when we have those large groups of people playing a huge game or playing a huge competition, in which case you're going to have to put all your skills to the test without the troop guide's help. And I think that's going to be where it pays off.
Okay, that's awesome. That's a good rundown. And again, just to make sure that everybody that's listening understands, this course isn't taught by adults. It's not. It is a youth run and a youth led course, which is what marks this course as being different from a lot of the other activities you may see in a lot of other courses that are out there. Nick is the youth course director. He's the SPL. I'm the course director, the scoutmaster, but my role, just as in a youth-led unit, be it a venturing crew or a troop, my role is to be there to support Nick and to make sure that Nick has the resources and the support that he needs to be able to take care of his troop. In this case, the NYLT course. So that's what makes this very interesting. And for just to add on to Nick's description of a day in the life of a scout at NYLT, over that period of that week, you're going to experience what it would be like to be in the ideal troop in a month, or an ideal varsity crew in a month. So you're going to go from initiating what kind of activities you may do, to doing some planning, to going out and then actually performing those things. And if you've ever heard the term or the acronym EDGE, you're gonna really learn EDGE and apply it when you're at NYLT. You're also going to learn some pretty awesome games that you can take back to your home units, and you're going to also learn about the stages of teamwork. There's 4 stages, and I'll ask Ryan. What are the 4 stages of teamwork?
Well, the 4 stages are forming, storming, norming, and performing.
That's right. And for anybody who has been through an NYLT course, and for all of those that are going to be attending here this year, 2017, you'll be able to rattle off those 4 stages of teamwork like it's nothing. In fact, you'll be able to wake up in the middle of the night at any point in time and just be able to recite them very quickly. So you'll obviously get the experience. Those you see Nick shaking his head yes on that. Oh yeah. So it's going to be a really interesting experience for you. And as Nick identified, there's a difference. There's not only you doing work and coursework, but there's also fun as well. So it's going to be pretty great. So this is also an important one because there isn't a scout troop or a varsity crew anywhere that doesn't operate on its stomach. So Ryan, what about how does the food process work out? I mean, is it something that are they going to be going through a cafeteria, or is this going to be food that's going to be generated and produced in patrols, or how does that work at NYLT?
So the food at NYLT will be cooked by the patrols. Then the patrols will eat their food. So I can't really see how the food will be, because that's up to the patrols on how good their food's going to be. But
good point.
But I've had many meals cooked by patrols, and they're generally pretty good.
Okay.
So you can expect the food to be pretty good.
Yeah, and we've learned a lot in the last 2 years that we've run courses at Gilwell as far as the best way for feeding and getting food out to the patrols. So those that are coming in, food's not going to be an issue. You're going to have it, and as Ryan mentioned, whether or not it tastes good is going to be up to you as a patrol. And you'll have a chance to eat your meals with staff members who will join you as well. So it's a good time for camaraderie and fellowship out there at Gilwell. So Nick, one last question. So we talked about a day in the life of a scout at NYLT. We talked about food, which is always important. Where am I sleeping at night? Where do scout participants sleep?
You'll be sleeping in canvas tents with your patrol at Gilwell Park.
Yes, you will. It's a 5-star luxury canvas tent.
Oh yeah.
It's outstanding, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
3 inches thick.
It's spacious.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sleeping
Totally
bag, sleeping bag turned down with a nice little chocolate mint on your pillow. No, actually none of that at all. But you will be sleeping in a canvas tent.
Yes, you'll be sitting in a canvas tent.
That's right, and they're called wall tents. So I know many scouts who show up at NYLT and NYLT course have never even seen a wall tent before. So that's part of the allure and the fun of being at NYLT is to learn how to put one of these things up and then keep it up during the week while you're there at the course within your patrol. All right, well, gents, I really appreciate you taking some time to get on the call here. Hopefully those of you that are out there across Transatlantic Council and beyond have learned a thing or two. If you got questions, you can always shoot those over to me. And you can get to me through the website. I'm going to actually look down here on my little notes so I make sure I give you the website information. So you can always go to www.tac-bsa.org/program/training/NYLT. All right, so I'll do it one more time. Just read it out to you. www.tac-bsa.org/program/training/NYLT. My email address is on there. You can shoot me a note. And more importantly, that's where you're going to be able to find all the application forms for youth participant, the BSA medical form, the NYLT medical permission slip. All the paperwork requirements are there, as well as the criteria for how you submit those, cutoff dates for applications, which will be 1st of June. And I can tell you that as the date of this recording, which is in early part of February, we're already a little over 20% booked for the 48 slots that we've got, and I expect those to go relatively quickly. So that's where you can go get the additional information. And as I mentioned, 1 June is the cutoff for the applications themselves, and those need to come from your scoutmaster, crew advisor, or committee chair for your unit. All right, so gents, before we jump off the call here, Nick, is there anything else that you want to share with any potential prospect that's out there that may want to come to NYLT?
Yeah, sign up quickly.
Yeah.
It's really going to go fast. And we also do need more staffing positions. So if you've taken this course and you want to give back, please come help us out. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Ryan, anything else you want to share with the audience out there?
Yeah, I'm at MIT. It's fun. You'll have a great time.
All right. Thanks, guys. And again, if you got questions, just go to the TAC NYLT website out of their training tab. You can get in touch with me. We'll get you all the information that you need. We hope to see you at Gilwell Park, England, on the 7th of August, 2017.